Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Easy Sewing with TAIC. If you're new here, I'm Tayo, and it's so great to have you join us today. And to my wonderful returning subscribers, I can thank you enough for always being here, for always coming back. Your presence and support makes all the difference. Thank you so much. Now, in today's video, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this stylish corporate blouse with a scallop hem, a belt detail, ruched design. It has a lot going on, and we'll be looking at it all. So if you enjoy clear and detailed sewing tutorials, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment for me, and let's get started. Before I started imputing my vertical measurement, I came down by 1 inch from the edge of the paper because that is where I want to start my measurement from. Afterwards, I went ahead to measure out 8.5, which is the chest line measurement. The formula to get that will be showing on your screen. The 10.8, which is the bust point, then 14 inches under bust, 16.5 being the front half length, and 25 inches being the blouse length. So the actual blouse length is 24 inches, but because of the hem design it has, that scallop hem, that's why I decided to add 1 inch extra. All right, then I went ahead to roll all of it across. I will be labeling the line soon, but for now I went ahead to input the shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the start point line and also on the chest line. The shoulder measurement is 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I went ahead to measure out 8 inches on both lines, after which I connected it together to form a straight line. Again, that is the start point. Here is the chest line, the bust point, the under bust, the half length or the true waist, and the full length of the top. The next thing I did was to input the bust span measurement divided by 2. The bust span is 7 inches. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I measured 3.5 starting from the bust point all the way to the full length, and I joined it together to give it a straight line. After which I went ahead to do the under bust tightening for the bustier structure. So because I won't be padding this outfit, I decided to move all my dart leg to just one side, alright, to the side after the dart line. This was the first time I tried this and it worked out perfectly. Okay, so all my under bust tightening will just be done on this side. So I came out by 1.5 inches after the bust span line, and I connected it together this way. So I will not be removing anything from the center front, just from this side front, after which I connected it to the bust point. Then I came down by 1 inch from the start point and I marked it. That is for the shoulder slope, and I went ahead to divide what I have there into 2. I marked that as well. Then I connected it this way to the bust point to have the princess dart style line going on. After which I came down by 1 inch also for to have a tightening effect going on there, and I connected it to the bust point line as well. So the first line is for the center front, while the second line that I'm marking out is for the side front. I'm going to extend this line with 2 inches. All right. Now, this part that I'm marking out is to indicate that we are going to cut off this part. All right. So I went ahead to input my bust measurement, and what I did was to divide my bust measurement into 4. Then I started measuring it. You can see that I was moving my tape measure. That is because I was excluding that part that I've marked, because remember I said we will be cutting it out. So if you include it in your measurement, you are going to have shortage in your measurement. Again, look at the waist. Remember that we have 3.5 for the bust span measurement. So I moved that 3.5 to the second dart leg and I completed the waist measurement divided by 4. All right, I did the same thing for the hip measurement. So the hip measurement I worked with was 40 inches, the waist 32, and the bust 38 inches. From the bust measurement, I connected it to the 2 inches extension and I gave it a curve this way. Moving on, I went ahead to input the neck width, which is 3.5. Remember, all this measurement is on fold. When it is open, it is 7 inches, and I connected it to the shoulder slope. Also, the neck depth is 3.5 also. So I just measured 3.5 round before connecting it with my armhole curve. Now I went ahead to take off the bust dart. This bust dart is the difference between the front half length and the back half length. So the front half length and the back half length is usually different. The back half length is usually shorter because of the bust bulge. And the difference that I'm working with today is 1.2 inches. So starting from the bust point, I measured that out and I connected it to the bust pan measurement, as you can see on the screen, and that was it. Moving on, in order to mark out that scallop M design that we have going on there, we have to close the bust dart. In fact, I will not be cutting it out yet. It is when I'm done joining the fabrics together, that is when I'll be cutting it out, but I just want to show you how we are going to go about it. Determine how wide you want that center scallop to be. So I wanted it to be 9 inches wide. So I marked out 4.5 inches. I marked out 1 inch afterwards. Then I came up by 1 inch at the side. Afterwards, I marked out 2 inches at this point. Just follow through with what you can see on the screen. I marked out 2 inches at this point. So now that I have all this, I can start connecting it to form the scallop M. So using my armhole curve, I went ahead to connect it this way. I just gave it the curve this way. So just look through what I'm doing and you can replicate yours easily. At a point, I had to go freehand so I can get my desired shape. And this is what I have. Remember, this is just half of the pattern. By the time we transfer it to the fabric and you can have the full view, then you would understand better. So here is the back pattern. I know you're surprised that it has been drafted already, and that is because I actually lost all the files for this tutorial, but I was able to recover every other thing except the drafting of the back. All right, but I did not let that deter me. I still decided to upload this tutorial. So the back is just the regular back bodice. I just eliminated zipper bulge. All right, so the back is just a regular back bodice. So I believe that should not stop you from understanding or recreating this outfit. So remember that I came up by 1 inch at the side when I was marking out the front design. That is the same 1 inch I'm coming by at the side of the back also, and connecting it to the center back so that it can be curvy at the end. Afterwards, I went ahead to cut out the pattern so that we can transfer it to the fabric. Remember, I said I will not be cutting out the M design yet till we are done joining it together. So here is how to fold the bust dart. You want to make sure that you fold your bust dart this way. The next thing I did was to label the patterns. That's the center front, the side front, and also something to notify me to add the sewing allowance. Moving on to that ruched drape design that we have going on at the front. So I achieved that using slash and spread. So what I did was to draft an half scale bodice. But when I was drafting out the neckline, I reduced it. Remember that the original neckline is 3.5 by 3.5, but here I used 2.5 by 2.5. So that once I'm done with the slash and spread, I can recut it to the right neckline. Okay, so it's better than for me to cut out the right neckline. At the end of the day, it is too big. So that is why I did this. So every other measurement is the same. Now I went ahead to open it up. So you can see that we have a longer part and we have a shorter part. So for the shorter part, I came down by 4.5 inches and I connected it to the longer part this way. Now it's time to divide it so we can slash through it. I came down by 2 inches, then 1 inch afterwards, and finally the half inch. So I have 3 lines there. and I'm just going to connect it to the other end of the armhole. You just want to have it a bit slanty, okay? And I mark the second one as well and the third one. Afterwards, I would make this more pronounced using the marker. So this is what I have. We'll be spreading it on the fabric in a bit. This is the back. I've transferred it to the fabric. So I added half-inch joining allowance at the shoulder. I added the zipper allowance. I added 1 inch to the hem. Then I added 1.5 inch to the side for the sewing allowance of the sides. So I'll go ahead and notch the waistline so that when I want to take in the darts, or when I want to measure the dart on the fabric, it would be easier. So I add V-shaped neckline for the back. So here's the center front. I added half inch all round, not all round. I added 1 inch at the hem, sorry, but half-inch for the rest. The side, I added 1.5 inch joining allowance, half-inch for the curvy part, then 1 inch for the hem. So I'm going to go ahead and notch the under bust, the bust point, so that when I'm connecting and joining together, it can be easier as well. For this part, I'm gonna have to spread it on the fabric. I spread it using 2.5. So remember that I said the length was not complete, so I added that. Then I added 1 inch extra for the hemming. I added the sewing allowance to the side, that side there. Then I added shoulder joining allowance of half inch also, then half inch allowance at the other side. Then I went ahead to cut it out. So when it's time to sew it, this is how I'm going to be folding the plate. I went ahead to measure what I have there. Remember that it has to be more than 4.5 because of the extra allowance that I've added. And I'm going to ruch that part also. So it is coming out nicely. So I decided to leave it as this. And it's time to draft out the sleeve and the belt. So I have a detailed sleeve tutorial on this channel. The link could be showing on the top right corner of the screen. Do well to check it out in case what I'm doing here is too fast. So I went ahead to mark out my cap height, and on that cap height line, I went ahead to input the bicep measurement and the allowance. On the length, I went ahead to input the elbow length and the allowance as well. Then I connected it this way. Afterwards, I connected it to the start point. I divided what I have into two, and I just gave it a curve. So this is my own freehand method, but the tutorial I have on the channel is more detailed and more explanatory. All right, so the sleeve is ready. Now go ahead and measure out your desired belt length. You can see that what I have is shorter than what is in the style inspiration, and that is because that is the client's preference. Okay, so at the edge that way I came in by 1.5 and I slanted it to have that belt design going on at the tip. Then at the folded part, I reduce the width that I have. So the width that I worked with was 3.5 inch, if I remember correctly, but at the center I reduced it to 2 inches and I just cut it out this way. So when I want to attach it, I am going to fold it like this. So do well to work with your own preferred belt length. So off camera, I went ahead to cut out the facing for the back neckline, but for the front I did not cut out a facing. It is that ruched design that we have going on there that I will use to turn the neckline. But if you want to cut a separate facing for it, you can go ahead and do that. So that is the belt, and what I have here is 5 inches in width and it is quite long. That is what I'm going to use to turn the bottom of the front and the back. Remember that I'm not cutting out a full lining, so that is like the facing for the M design. And now it's time to move over to the sewing machine. And that's how to cut your pattern and fabric for this corporate blouse. Stay tuned for the concluding and sewing aspect of this blouse, as it will be coming on soon. So make sure that you put on your post notification button so that you do not miss it. All right. Now, if you found this helpful, please give the thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy sewing. Bye.